Good morning.
Good morning.
The topic for today is basically about the instructors at the MVA, how they're able to test people for the written test and the, not the written test,
Driving test
the driving test
and
and
skills portion.
the pre-trip,
Yeah.
the pre-trip portion. They're able to test people on it, and they're not required to have a CDL. And I have my own story on that, and I have a friend, and I've heard other stories, but I have a friend that's dealing with it now, that's going through the situation. But what I'm hoping is that this video can help somebody else. So anyway, my experience, basically I went to take the test twice. The first time I failed, it was the pre-trip.
Yeah.
I failed the pre-trip, but I took that one. And then the second time I went back, I went to a different location, and they tried to fail me on the pre-trip again. And I knew what I was talking about. I even had more points than like what I needed to have by time, I guess, like when you finish. And the lady tried to tell me that I didn't do the brake test correctly. By this time I already had enough points to pass the test, but I knew what I was talking about. So what happened was I ended up calling one of the people that helped me besides my husband, the driving instructor, or the class that I went to, my driving instructor from the class. And he was telling me that, like, once I told him what happened, he said that I was correct and that I needed to go back and talk to a supervisor, which I did. Now in my situation, the supervisor heard me out, and they allowed me to continue to take my test. Like, they looked over all my paperwork and everything, and I had to file, I guess it was a complaint. And so I went through that process, and I finished my test, and I passed with flying colors. Now my friend is going through this, and in their situation, they're not able to retest. Like, the manager or the supervisor is not going to let them take the test over. So I guess I'm just trying to figure out, like, who else they can talk to. I think there may be some kind of board or something that you can go to, but what is the next step that you go through when the supervisor is not willing to listen and they're backing their employee? So if anybody knows the answer to this, please leave it in the comment section. What's the next step if the supervisor isn't listening to the customer? Did you have any suggestions?
My suggestion would be just to have, I guess, the tied CDL drivers, the ones that's doing the skills test and the driver's test, because they've been through it and they know what they actually talking about. And by listening to somebody and seeing what they actually doing, you can tell if they know what they're talking about.
Yeah. So I just don't think it's fair that they're letting people that don't have their CDL test people, and the only thing they really have to do is like a written test. So how can you tell somebody what they're doing wrong if you really don't even know yourself? That's my opinion. But again, if you have a solution, or you know who the right person to contact is when the supervisor is not willing to take that next step, leave it in the comments. And you guys don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Have a blessed day.